Welcome in, everyone. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment, and click the bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday. Oof. I love the enthusiasm, man. Let's fucking go. We're going to look back on this time and marvel. Please take a look at Meme AI. I aped it because on the log scale, the price target of this bull flag breakout is a 50x, and then his name is so stupid to not pump. Dude, I don't know what the hell that token is, but it's a meme and it's AI. Why would you not? I totally agree with you. Welcome in, Donkey Don. Guys, before we start getting into take your questions, Ian, welcome in. Drop your TA questions into the chat because today is TA Q&A. All I'm doing today is taking your TA questions. That's the primary focus. You know, I was thinking to myself before I came out here, I was thinking to myself a couple things. I poured myself a glass of red wine after I had to interact with my boss that gave me heart palpitations. But I was pouring myself a glass of red wine. You know, one of the things I was thinking about? I was thinking that I would really like a sharp white cheddar cheese and a real dry Spanish red wine. That combination is real good. If you're a wine connoisseur, you should know what I'm talking about. But you can even get like Cracker Barrel, just a sharp white cheddar, and you get yourself a real dry red wine. You could get a Chianti, but a real dry Spanish red wine, it tastes so good together. I think I'm going to have to indulge in that for this weekend. I might maybe find a new, like a wine and cheese place, something this weekend. I might hit that up by myself because that's not really the sort of thing you hit up with a guy. So maybe I'll check it out by myself this weekend, but I might try to find something this weekend. But the other thing I was thinking about coming into the live stream, and by the way, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Tuesday, tomorrow is hump day, as they say, or in my universe, tomorrow is Wednesday, middle of the week, which means it's leg day. And I'm going to be lifting heavy on squats tomorrow. I think I'm going to go... We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I might try to... I have not attempted this since... I haven't attempted 5 repetitions, I don't think, ever at 385 on back squat, but especially since my surgery. I think tomorrow I've kind of gotten it locked into my mind. May want to do 5 sets of 5 tomorrow and really try to bang out 385, so we'll see. But, I was thinking to myself that I'm going to go to my YouTube studio here. I've been coming out here for a year, every single day. Now, I've had a lot of different live streams. I've tried different live streams on this channel, and actually what instigated it was I had some life changes take place in March of 2023, and I was like, well, fuck this. I got more time to myself, and this is what I want to do, so I'm doing it. But I started doing my daily TA live stream all in the charts. My very first live stream was on, I forget if it was the 26th or 27th. That's why I'm going back here. So my very first all in the charts live stream was, drum roll everyone, it was March 28th? Really? It was March 28th. So that would be Thursday. Okay. So that would be Thursday. So we're gonna have a special year anniversary on Thursday. But pretty crazy. I'm gonna go back and watch that live stream to see what it entailed. But I've been doing this for 1 year and coming out here every day. And I really want you to take a moment to think about something. How challenging must it be to come out here every single day and talk about the markets, as volatile as they are, and remain very even keel and logical and level-headed and just express to you, hey, I'm feeling bearish, I'm feeling bullish based on the price action of what's going on, here's what I see and why, and not give in to the emotional whims of the market. Like, that is a really big challenge. I read a lot of the nonsensical responses on posts that I put out on X, and just some of the things that I see that indicate people are so naive to this market and so immature in many ways as an investor in crypto. And I really think to myself, I'm not giving myself a pat on the back here. I guess I sort of am. But you really think about how challenging it is to come out here every single day in the most volatile space anywhere that you can invest and to remain level-headed. I really want you to think about that. And I had posted something. I wasn't very active on Twitter today. Pretty busy trying to actually prepping for a presentation tomorrow at work. So pretty busy wrapping up some final things. But I had posted this out earlier today and I said, why am I so convicted? How am I so calm? It's years and years and years of education and experience. The same thing that applies in terms of things that I share from like a workout routine perspective and why I'm in the shape that I am today at 42, it's years and years and years of experience and education and getting at it in the gym consistently, right? It's the same thing with investing in cryptocurrency. Years and years of education and experience within crypto have really conditioned me to respond the way that I do. Now, it should be readily apparent to you if you've been following me for a while that I can be quite eccentric at times. I have a quirky sense of humor. I can get very animated, but that's very different from responding emotionally to the ups and downs within the market. And I want you to ask yourself the question, how are you responding emotionally to the ups and downs, the volatility that is apparent within this market? And how can you improve upon that? Because your success in this market will be very much closely tied to your ability to control those emotions. All right? There really isn't a lot to speak to in the market. We're having a little bit of a down day today. We may have a little bit of an up day tomorrow. We may have another up day on Thursday, maybe a down day on Friday. But this stuff just doesn't matter to me because there isn't anything macro that's changing, right? I've shared so many views with you guys. Maybe one thing we'll do, because we didn't look at the weekly close yesterday, let's just take a look at the Bitcoin weekly close. And then I'm going to get into your comments here. I see a few comments in the live stream, guys. I'm here to chart whatever you want. So drop whatever questions you have in the live stream here, because that is what I am here to do. So let's take a look at how Bitcoin closed on the weekly, because honestly, we didn't even look at that on Monday, which we typically do. But again, let's look at on the Heikin-Ashi candlestick formation. Why not? Of course, I'm painting the similarities, as you can see here, on the 2-week time frame. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, we still have all these green trending lines, the green candlesticks, which represent trend to the upside. Let's take a look at the normal. Let's see how my expectations view is looking. I haven't looked at this in a little bit, actually. Of course, back in September, I had illustrated roughly what I was anticipating in the market. Guys, quite honestly, I know this is going to deviate, like I keep saying. We haven't deviated yet, though. How many people came out in September of 2023 and put up this rough expectation of what they were expecting and are anywhere close to it? I mean, since September, my rough expectations in Bitcoin have been spot on. Look, we're getting a little bit of challenging times here. Again, April could end up being a consolidation month, which would actually be very beneficial for further upside, higher price targets. April could be, punching right through $80,000 month. We'll just have to be patient and see. I really think I feel 50-50 on it, quite honestly. But let's see how we close the week out. So far, we're right in line with my expectations, guys. Can't make this shit up. I've had good calls and bad calls, but so far with Bitcoin, I've been pretty fucking spot on. RSI looks great. We're still well above 70. We're at 85. Of course, once we start getting up on the 90 to 95 area here, this is where we become very overheated historically. That's why it's good. I've continued to share this with you. It's good for these price indicators to cool off. It's very good for these price indicators to cool off. It allows for higher upside potential, right? And again, I'm not opposed to Bitcoin blasting up towards $80,000 next month, but I'm certainly also not opposed to just a indecisive candlestick and some consolidation, right? Yeah, there's really nothing, guys. There's just nothing to report on, and it could be a situation where, by next week we have some really exciting price action picking up in the market, and we're seeing Bitcoin. We're seeing Bitcoin dominance dropping. Okay, and we could be talking about an alt season. It could be 3 to 4 weeks until we're really talking about something significant going on in the market. We just have to be patient. But again, all these high time frame views, and I routinely come out here and I'll retweet other views. Look at Whiff, Dog Whiff Hat right here. I am now the proud owner of Whiff and Baby Whiff. Yes, I do own Baby Whiff. Yeah, I retweet things on here that, I see some value-added views, whether it's... There's many technical analysts who you'll see that I routinely engage with, and I'll keep saying this. Just like an actuary, just like, I'm a subject matter expert in certain areas as an actuary, or I have a certain level of expertise, it doesn't mean I know everything, right? What the hell is up with this? But I still rely on the professional opinions of others, right? It's the same thing in technical analysis. I wouldn't consider myself a subject matter of anything in TA. I would consider myself very well versed in certain subject matters and not well versed in other subject matters. But I'm always open to other people's viewpoints whom I respect, whether they agree or disagree. So take note of who I interact with. Let's get into your questions here, because today's live stream is going to be as long or short as you want, within 30 to 35 minutes, based on how many questions you have. I'm not going to pull up any charts and start charting stuff. I want you guys to engage with me through the thumbs up, of course, which unfortunately I have to relentlessly ask, because not everyone who joins the live stream for whatever reason chooses to engage on the thumbs up, which then causes me to ask for thumbs up, because YouTube grades the channel based on the amount of thumbs up. But also the engagement in the comments here. I'm going to see some questions coming in, anything that you'd like me to chart out. A person or two is dropping off after asking for engagement on the likes. You gotta love that shit. Can we talk about... Well, I don't know what token you're talking about, because that is not a shitcoin. So if you really... we just took a look at it the other day. So nothing to update on CAS. Still waiting to celebrate and smoke a cigar with you, big dog. Yeah, man, I haven't had a cigar this year yet. So, and quite frankly, I forget if we've talked about it, spoken about it. But, when the time is right, and it really is time to celebrate. I've told you guys this. I don't really know, to the extent you believe what I'm saying. But if you're in the South Florida area, I don't know why my window keeps popping over to my YouTube studio section. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how. I don't know. Whether or not. Whatever. The fact is the fact. If you're down in South Florida, especially after we've gotten through these next several months, and you want to go out and celebrate, I'll smoke a cigar with you. I'll go out for whiskey. You think I'm shitting you? Reach out to me if you're in the area. So, I would love to do that. Let's fucking go, Juan. Thank you, Donkey. I appreciate the positive feedback. I'm tempted daily to blow my brains with it. Let's not joke about that. Let's not be that graphic. I get what you're saying, but I don't appreciate being that graphic. All right, let's get into your questions here. So I know Oof had a question to start off with. So I love this. Meme coins here. Hey, Whiff and Baby Whiff, baby. 21 and 18% respectively. I own both, right? This was a great opportunity I got in last night. So I'll tell you real quick before we bounce over. At as you know, and I actually own Shiba Inu now, but as you know, I own several meme coins. I own Doge. I now own Shiba Inu. I own WIF. I own Pepe. I own Bonk. And now I own Baby WIF. And I might, Baby WIF hat. And I might get some Bobo. But you have to understand, first off, the amount, for instance, that I have invested in Baby WIF, it is such a small amount that if it goes to zero, it doesn't mean anything to me. But I was researching really small memes yesterday, and I was like, well, I have a thesis that WIF is stronger than Pepe, okay, just based on the charts, because I've shared this chart with you guys. Now, I own both WIF and Pepe. I own Pepe as sort of like a hedge if I'm incorrect on WIF, because I don't want to allocate too much to meme coins. So if I'm wrong, I still own Pepe. I'm fine. But I own more WIF than Pepe, right? So if I'm super bullish on WIF, dog with hat, why would I not be bullish on baby dog with hat, right? So I picked some up on Mexi. Anyway, let's get into... Yeah, this is still consolidating here. Just staying patient on this massive bull flag on Orca because I feel it is going to break to the upside most likely at some point. Just got to stay patient. It's a valid pattern and has a very high price target. All right, let's get into meme AI. Who knows? Oof could be pointing me towards another meme coin that I'll throw like $100 at or $200 at. Let's see. Meme AI. It's on Mexi too. I wish you wouldn't have had me chart this because I don't mind throwing $100 into something like this, and if it pulls a 500x, go for it. Let's pull up the market cap on this. You know, I was actually thinking of creating a video, publishing a video on meme coins and covering a few and talking about why the charts are so bullish and why, again, I am someone who, again, my view of the markets evolves over time, right? That's what should happen. You shouldn't have a narrow viewpoint that never changes over time. A year, even a year ago, year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, if you said, hey, are you invested in meme coins? I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? I would never invest in a meme coin. No, I don't own any meme coins. Fuck that. Now, are you kidding me? Social tokens and meme coins, I've been telling you for months that part of your portfolio should be invested in them. So hopefully you listened. This has a, oh wow, this is on par with baby dog with hat. A $6 million market cap. Okay. So, well, already I like the chart setup, but let's get into what we're seeing here. Okay, so right now, what are we seeing? Essentially, I put this on a 12-hour. We had this huge run-up, probably coinciding with when it was listed on Mexi. Okay, I'm just guessing. I don't know that. I haven't fact-checked it. I could care less. But the next thing I'm seeing is a general period of consolidation, right? So we got this general period of consolidation. Actually, there are higher lows coming in, which is even more bullish. We're sort of getting this rounding bottom here. So the first thing I would be looking for is for these areas on the bottom here to hold as support. Right? So we have an ascending line of support here, but we also, now we have a limited price data, right? So it's not like we have a whole lot of price confluence here that we can map out a lot out on. But I will tell you this, oof, the chart looks good enough for me that even based on current price levels, I may throw $100 at it, you know. Yeah, so these are your major areas of support that I would want to see hold, okay? So anywhere between roughly 0.65 cents all the way up to the 0.77 cents, okay? We're sitting at 0.91. I'd be a little, you know, for something like this, again, if you're throwing like $100 based on what I have invested in the market, it's very immaterial. So for me to throw $100 at this, I might just throw $100 at it right here. I mean, you can wait for it to pull back here, but I guess it just depends how how much you're invested, right? You shouldn't, in my opinion, you should not throw a lot of money at something like this. But these are your areas of support right here. On the price indicators on the 12-hour, we're just sort of, now I do like this. We're building higher lows on the RSI. I do like to see that. Okay, I like to see that. Stochastic RSI looks great. Looks like we want to get a cross up. MACD is trying to bottom out here, flatten out for a curl up. That's what you want to watch for. Of course, we did have some explosive moves in the market today from WIF that could be telling us something over the course of the next several weeks. It could be leading the market potentially. But this is kind of what I'm seeing. And then areas of resistance. I'll draw them out for you. It looks like 1.5 cents. 1.8 cents. 2.4 cents, and then the all-time high all the way up here. We'll just put it right there at 4 cents. How about this, oof? Let's all throw $100 in meme AI, and let's let that thing ride for the next 4 to 6 months, and then we'll use that as our cigar fund, and then we'll go out together. We'll get some like really expensive cigars, really fine whiskey, and we'll have a fucking good time. Sounds good, right? No, but these are your areas of resistance. These are your band of support down here. Chart looks good to me, my friends. Looks like a good chart. I don't know anything about the token, but it looks like a damn good chart to me. Consolidating right now. Let's see. And by the way, oof, thank you for pointing that out. Because if you think I'm shitting you that I might throw $100 at this, I'm not kidding. What else we got here? There was another question down here that I missed. Okay, Rob had a question. Where do you see the total market cap totaling this cycle? Let's take a look at it. Oh, this cycle? That's a tough one. I've had so many different thoughts on this, and I haven't thought about it recently. It's a great question, by the way, Rob. Hey, Track, I see you in the comments. Welcome in, my friend. Can I just say a fuck ton higher? Can I say that? Well, how I evaluate this is, I'm going to explain to you how I'm coming up with this. Wave 1, wave 2, impulsive top in wave 3, corrective structure. So, given that the top of wave 3 is up here, similar to Bitcoin, the way I would use a trend-based fib extension, you have to understand, if we're trying to project out how far up something can go when we don't have price data, we could come up with a lot of different thinking outside the box approaches, and I do that routinely in a lot of my published videos. But we can also use something that people predominantly rely on, which are the Fibonacci extensions. Okay, Fibonacci's, you can study them, but they have a way of playing out in life. Now, I haven't made this exact. We're just gonna use nice round figures here. I would mainly look at any of these extensions, right? So my minimum target here is 4.8 trillion. I want to reach this 1.618 fib extension. We're sitting at 2.56. So I'm saying that essentially we're going to at least double from here. Okay. Next up would be 7.3, and next would be essentially something close to 10. Okay. So anywhere between, really, I would infer that our wave 5 blow off top will roughly occur between 10. We're going to use round figures. Between 10, and we're going to round down for conservatism, 4.5. Anywhere between 4.5 and 10, okay? That is where we're going to have our blow-off top. 4.5 to 10, which is nearly a 1x multiple, a 2x multiple, I guess you should say, to a 4x multiple. Anywhere between a 2 to 4x multiple from where we're at. Which I think intuitively makes sense if you think about it. I can do some quick math in my head. If you figure Bitcoin from current price levels is going to go up roughly 80%. That's another trillion added into, of course, now I'm going to try and do all the math. If you think that, right here at 2.56 trillion, let's do some very quick math to try to reasonability check this. If you think Bitcoin's going to have a blow off top anywhere between the 120 to 130, it's going up about 80% from where it's at. That is roughly an additional trillion into the market, so that gets us up to 3.56. If you think Ethereum is going to, triple from here, that's another 0.8 trillion. And then if you think Solana is going anywhere near 1,000, let's say it does a 4x from here, that's another 3 billion. So that's 1.1 plus the 1. Actually, you should round that up a little. So that's about we'll say 2.2 trillion. Just those 3 tokens alone at those valuations brings us all the way up at the 1.618 fib extension. So now you're not even accounting for everything in the top 10 and beyond that's appreciating in value. So I think something closer to 7 to 10 is where we're going to land. So we'll see. I would consider it underwhelming if we only got to 4.8 or 4.5. So you like the quick math? I can do quick math in my head. 1,500 on Meme AI. Man, you really believe in that shit. All right. And you're buying cigars when we go out. I'll be down for that. I'm not even a Miami guy, but fuck, if my portfolio... No, you know what? I don't like to use that word if. When my portfolio goes anywhere within the range of what I've calculated, I'll fucking go to Miami with you. Let's rent out the place and buy a few bottles of tequila. Biggest bottle of tequila at the club. Fuck, I'd do that with you. Why not? Living large. Get a little dressed up, Pull up in a limo. I can see it all right now. Did I tell you guys, I had posted this out earlier today. I had it legit. I'm not exaggerating, okay? This is a legit dream. And I posted about it like almost immediately when I woke up today. Hit the thumbs up. I'm not seeing a lot of engagement, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a dream last night that it was almost like I was in my parents' rec room. That's what they call it, a recreational room. Rec room. I lived in a 2-story home. Rec room, and we were in front of like a 90s TV, and the people that were there were like friends that I knew, but their names were like you people. You people from my live stream. And we were watching Bitcoin's price on the TV, and we just saw, I'm not exaggerating, we saw one green candlestick live just do this. And the computer screen, the TV screen was like running up, and the candle was just shooting up in value. And it was one candlestick, and we topped out at like, it was 133 or 135, I think $133,000. And I was like, see, I knew this was going to happen or something. It was interesting. It was an interesting dream. It was a great dream. It was one of those dreams where it actually felt real, which was sad when I woke up. Juan has a question. Oh, Greg, I see you on the super chat, my friend. Never expected, but always appreciated, Black Oil. Thank you so much. We will get to your question before Juan, but we will get there, Juan. Got to take the super chats over the non-super chats. You know how it is. All right, let's take a look at... let's get off this. Meme AI. We're gonna save this bad boy. Love you, oof. Meme AI. I'm just gonna throw 100,000 in Meme AI and hope for the best. That's what I'm gonna do. If I had like a multi-billion-dollar portfolio, I'd throw $100,000 in there. But sadly, I don't have a multi-billion-dollar portfolio. Let's see, Meme AI. We're gonna add that in there because oof is the shit. We'll put it right below Bobo. Okay. You gotta love crypto. Look, when you actually consider what we're talking about. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Cubic. Wait, did we already look at this one? And I said the price was shit. I feel like we already looked at this and I commented, Greg, that the price is shit on this. Now, if you're wanting me to look at... Was this the one that you told me about that's on some alternative trading platform? Man, I did not have time to... Quite honestly, man, sometimes I feel like I don't have the time to wipe my ass lately. I don't... TMI, right? No, you didn't reach out to me about this. Who the hell reached out to me about... Oh, you did. No, you did. Safe Trade. Man, I didn't look at Safe Trade. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I just didn't have time. Well, even if I look at it on Safe Trade, my friend, I don't really see anything. I'm looking at this. You can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at this right now. Let's get off this chart. This is ugly. All right, I'll pull up what you sent me. Typically, I would not do this, but in the future, let's stick to TradingView. Greg, I will chart this for you, but in the future, let's stick to TradingView because I don't want to go to alternative platforms and start charting stuff. It's not really what I want to do on the channel. I mean, how the hell am I supposed to chart this? Like, I can't draw lines, so I'm just going to speak to it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. The hell did I just do? Okay. So what am I seeing right here? First off, I wish this wouldn't auto scale. All right, so I'm just going to speak to the chart and tell you what I see. This is on a daily. Looked like we were in some sort of a falling wedge here that broke to the upside. Of course, I can't take a look at price indicators, so I can't see any bullish divergence. Looks like there's an area of support right here around this 7045. 70, it looks like 7. It looks like the 7 area all the way up to the 7.3 area. So there's a big area of support between this 7 to 7.3 area. You can count up the zeros in there. This is just in the midst of a correction and consolidating here. Man, I really feel hampered because I can't draw price lines here. Areas of resistance that we're going to struggle with here. Looks like this 815 area. All the way up here to this 856 area. There's another area of resistance at 925. And then another area of resistance at 106. 106 or 11. And I can't get price indicators up here, but it looks like we're flattening out here. Wouldn't surprise me. Let me see. Let me get off this. Wouldn't surprise me if there's some bullish divergence here. Yeah, look, exactly. I mean, even though I didn't have price indicators, Greg, I knew what to look for here. So one of the things coupled with what we just looked at, my friend, is take a look. Well, it's not bullish divergence really, but no, I take that back. It's just chipping and chopping around. We're just trying to find our bearings here. Yeah, we're just trying to find our bearings here. So those are the levels of support and resistance. Not much else to speak to there. I wish you would have dropped another chart in to chart for you. I don't know how the value added that was, but hopefully you appreciated that. Nothing's changed on Caspa. I have no news on Caspa. Anybody who's being impatient on it, I mean, you get to a point where you talk about key areas of resistance and support, And when things haven't changed from there, and we're just coming down to further areas, prior areas of price confluence that are now acting as support, there's nothing that's changed. If you knew how much CASPA I held and the conviction I had on it, the amount of CASPA I hold implicitly defines my conviction. So I feel good. I haven't sold a drop of CASPA, and I don't plan on selling it anytime soon until we are north of $1. What else we got, guys? What else we got? Come on, questions. We are at 35 minutes. So, there was a question from Juan. I apologize, Juan. I didn't mean to miss you. WTK. How about WTF that I just put in? WTK. Oh, we looked at this one before. All right. So this is on a weekly. I remember talking about this one. So one of the things I was warning you guys of is this is a rising wedge. Okay? Doesn't need to play out, but a rising wedge is a bearish pattern, okay, that can fall to the downside. Now, we've seen rising. That's just the higher probability. There is obviously a likelihood we negate the pattern by rising to the upside. There's nothing that's changed on this chart since the last time we've charted it, though. The RSI continues increasing. There's a rising wedge in play. I would venture to say, I'm just going to give you a hypothetical, educated guess based on knowing this market. The pure technical analyst in me says I'm weary of this pattern that we're going to see a drop to the downside, right? Some sort of drop to the downside. Now, the well-informed crypto investor that I've been and knowing where we're at right now in the cycle, I could see two scenarios. I could see a fake out and then a pop right back up, or we just continue grinding and break right out of it. That's just my gut instinct. But again, pure TA, it's a rising wedge and it's a bearish pattern. So that's nothing has changed in the chart. Where do I see Bonk getting to? I've commented on that a few times on X, if you follow me. I've sort of been changing my view, though. That with all of the momentum that has picked up in WIF, I think WIF could be that token instead of Bonk that drives into the top 20 and does a Shiba Inu and goes all the way to challenge Doge. I could see that. I could see that as a possibility. I still think Bonk has a lot of upside to it. Still could have an 8, could still have an 8, 9, 10x in it, or maybe more. But yeah. Guys, we're hitting up against the clock here at 38 minutes. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to call it a day. I will say this. So tomorrow, typically, I do not do TA Q&A. If it's sort of like a boring day and there's really not a lot of excitement going on, I'll consider doing TA Q&A tomorrow because I can see there are some additional questions that came in here that I don't have time to get to. But regardless, we do have Thursday to look forward to, which is actually the anniversary edition. So there'll be more TA Q&A this week, guys. I'll chart more out for you. Make sure that you stop back. You have to click the bell icon so that you do know when I go live. I do anticipate most of these days to go live around the same time. The only day that might differ is on Friday. But as long as you're clicking that bell icon to receive all notifications, you'll know when I go live. So until next time, everybody, thank you for the engagement. Hang in there and stay patient. We are on the precipice for a massive surge in altcoins. We just have to be patient. Could be next week. Could be 2 weeks from now. Could be 3 weeks from now. I can't tell you that, but the charts are aligning. The stars are aligning. So hang in there and stay patient, guys. Until next time, let's all spread awareness and carry the education forward. Take care.